Today, we bring you a very serious and shocking update from Abuja. There has been a violent attack in Kubwa, where armed men attacked a veterinary doctor at his home. The attack resulted in the doctor being killed, and tragically, his 3 children were abducted. This is heartbreaking news, and we want everyone watching to stay alert, be safe, and remember, if you find this update useful, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more real-time updates. The doctor, well known in the community and respected in his field, was targeted in what appears to be a coordinated strike by bandits. Reports from locals say that the gunmen came late at night. They knew exactly where to strike. Villagers heard gunshots and chaos erupted as people ran to hide. Sadly, when the attack was over, the doctor had lost his life and his children were taken away. This has left the community in deep shock, struggling to understand how something so cruel could happen. Now, here's where it gets even more surprising. In a related story, a woman who was acting as a trusted informant for bandits was caught by local people. This woman reportedly knew a lot about the movements and plans of the bandits, and she used this knowledge to help them in their attacks. Her capture is a huge development because it shows that local communities are starting to fight back. People are no longer just waiting for security forces. They are taking action themselves to protect their neighborhoods. Imagine being in a community where you have to watch your steps all the time, not knowing who might be helping the attackers. That fear is real, and it is why local vigilance is so important. Communities have begun working together more closely, sharing information with each other and with authorities. This woman's arrest sends a strong message. Anyone aiding criminals will be held accountable. While this story is shocking, it is part of a bigger picture of insecurity in Nigeria. Across various states, armed groups continue to create fear, abduct people, and commit violent acts. Every attack like this reminds us that safety is a collective responsibility. Residents need to stay alert, report anything suspicious, and work closely with local security forces. It's also important to note how crucial local knowledge is in this fight. The bandits often rely on people who know the terrain, the roads, and the routines of the community. Capturing informants or preventing them from helping the criminals can reduce the effectiveness of these attacks. It is not just about stopping the bandits physically, but also cutting off their sources of information. Every resident, every family, every community member plays a role. If you are watching this, take a moment to think about your own neighborhood. Be vigilant, watch out for suspicious activity, and report it immediately. Share this video with friends and family so everyone can stay informed and safe. Remember to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any updates on this story. The police and security agencies are also responding. They are investigating the attack, trying to track the abducted children, and working to ensure that those responsible are brought to justice. It's a long process, but progress is being made. Security forces are increasing patrols, monitoring the roads, and coordinating with local leaders to prevent further attacks. Now, let's take a closer look at the impact this attack has had on the community. People in Kubwa are shaken. Imagine your neighborhood suddenly feeling unsafe, where even going out at night can be dangerous. Families are now locking doors earlier, parents are more protective of their children, and local residents are holding meetings to discuss how they can prevent such tragedies in the future. The fear is real, but so is the determination to fight back. One of the most interesting parts of this story is how the community responded to the capture of the woman informant. Word spread quickly through the village that she had been caught, and it gave people a sense of hope. For a moment, there was a feeling that maybe, just maybe, the tide could turn. People started sharing information more openly, reporting suspicious movements, and checking on each other. This is exactly the kind of community effort that can make a difference. It's also important to understand why informants are so critical to these criminals. Bandits often target specific homes, knowing who is rich, who is vulnerable, and who has influence in the community. This level of precision doesn't come from nowhere. Local helpers provide maps, details of routines, and timing for attacks. Without that inside information, their operations become much harder. That's why catching informants is such a big deal. Let's also think about the psychological impact. Families who have lost loved ones or had children abducted are living with fear, trauma, and uncertainty. Communities have started organizing support systems, checking on each other, and even creating patrols to keep watch during the night. These grassroots efforts, combined with law enforcement, are starting to form a strong front against criminal activity. At the same time, the government and security agencies are stepping up. Investigations are ongoing and every lead is being followed. Security personnel are now more actively patrolling vulnerable areas, checking vehicles and monitoring movement in towns and villages. Intelligence gathering has become key, and that includes working closely with locals. If you're watching this and you live in an area where security is a concern, remember to stay alert and report anything unusual. And please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Your support helps spread important news like this. Now, we can also see a larger pattern emerging. Similar attacks have been happening in other states, not just Abuja. These events are connected by the same tactics: targeted abductions, use of local informants, and coordinated strikes at night. Understanding this pattern helps communities prepare better. People are now more aware that safety requires planning, cooperation, and vigilance. Families are also sharing their stories. Some are recounting how they escaped attacks, how they helped neighbors, and how they are trying to rebuild their sense of safety. Hearing these stories reminds us that courage exists even in difficult times. It's not just the security forces who are fighting back. Ordinary people are standing up and protecting what they can.